Hello friends, this is Coldrun. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. We're here in Labyrinthos, ready to descend into the lowered parts of it. And let's see who's going to be accompanying us today. It's Magitek Avenger F1, which I think is from the... You're like a monkey, aren't you? I think it's from the... Huh. What's it from? I guess we're going to find out. I thought it might be from... No, was it from Bozja? Here we are. Avenger Assembled, okay. Magitek Avenger F1. It appears the Empire created these faithful reproductions to train field engineers on how to repair actual Avenger-class war machina. The fact that these self-same models are sold to Imperial children as toys is a telling sign of the invader's mindset. Yeah, we got more of a glimpse of that in Garlemald, but I don't remember where this is from. Alberic. The desire to protect and the desire to avenge are opposing forces that can be ill-reconciled. Alberic is an Elysian, I think. I don't remember where he's from, but I remember him vaguely being an Elysian. Kryl. Oh, there you are. Having words with Master Fourchenault by any chance? Yes. Thancred. Yeah, but not many words. He cut the conversation off before it went too far. Knowing the Forum, even the people working down here are probably kept in the dark about the true purpose of this place. I think that's probably true. Urianger. On our journey here, I was filled with an inexplicable sense of elation to see vegetables other than carrots being cultivated. Wyatt near brought a tear to mine eye. Yeah, we don't have the same sort of tolerance of... I don't know. I probably would eat Chipotle every single day if I could. So, like, I don't know. But I think most people don't have that sort of tolerance for monotony in food. Graha. We must be close to the central circuit, which is where Sharlayan's greatest secrets are held, if the tomes I perused told the whole story. That's right, the star still has secrets to tell, as you said. Estinian. The fields we passed along the way brought back memories of Ferndale? Your home? Unfortunately, we were never blessed with such abundant crops. Have I heard about Ferndale? I feel like he's brought it up maybe once or twice, but I don't remember much about Ferndale. No, I heard about Graha's home in this expansion. I don't think the word Ferndale has been uttered recently. Ishtola. The further underground we go, the more surprises we find. It's true. Alisaie. I wonder what this place is actually for. What is this called? It's called, something... Logisticos? It's called, like, Logisticon Alpha. So this has got to be, like, a logistical support hub of sorts. It's quite nice for what I would assume to be otherwise, like, a warehouse. Alphino. We are to wait here while our father arranges for us to use the next lift. Here being Logisticon Alpha, where the atmospheric conditions of Labyrinthos are regulated. Oh, okay. Water is drawn from underground and dispersed as vapor, stimulating the formation of artificial clouds and rain. By manipulating the temperature and air circulation, they are able to create the ideal environment for the growth and preservation of the biological samples kept here. Alisaie, hold on. How do you know so much about it? Alphino, why father brought me here as a child. Oh shit, was Alisaie left out of the loop? What, and he left me behind? Yeah! No, I guess not. Alphino, actually you're the one who left me behind when you went off somewhere with grandfather. The night before, I'd been asking Father how clouds are made, so he decided to show me. It was fascinating. I peppered him with questions the entire time. Urianger, 'tis all too easy to take for granted that many interweaving aspects of the natural world, to grow inured to the wondrous. But having gained an understanding of the complex mechanisms employed by the Loporrits in recreating a similar environment, I have come to view such processes in a new light. That's understandable. I mean, you're basically seeing how the sausage is made, and the sausage is nature itself. The subterranean gardens of Labyrinthos, the lunar prison forged to contain the ancient Zodiarch, the habitations built for all mankind neath the moon's surface, each unique yet undeniably similar. 'Tis no mere coincidence. Fourchenault. Ever since Hydaelyn unfolded to us the grim fate that awaits Aetheris, every essential resource we could spare has been delivered to Labyrinthos in preparation for the Great Exodus. But that's not all. It is also a testing ground for the technologies that will allow us to settle on distant stars. Yeah, you're basically trying to be astronauts without having ever sent probes out there. I don't know how you're doing this. I guess that's the Loporrits help. Though the Loporrits have endeavored to make the moon inhabitable, it is not our final destination. Mankind must learn to propagate life where there is none, to thrive where all is barren. Alas, time is not on our side. I mean, I've been playing some Subnautica, but I think I could help with that, but I would need, like, the habitat builder from Altera Corp. I have arranged for you all to enter the central circuit. It is there that the most of our preparations for the Great Exodus are carried out, the construction of the Ark among them. Though our plans have been made public, access remains highly restricted. You, however, will not be subject to such restrictions and will have free rein to come and go as you please. Such was the will of the Forum, after all. Alphino, we will prove ourselves worthy of their trust, your trust. He's trying so hard. And he's not doing it in a desperate way. He's really, like, he's not, I don't think this is like a negative quality or anything. Then let us proceed. But it's weird to me because Fourchenault was clearly trying to protect them at first. But it's not just that, because if that were all it was, then if that were the only reason he was being such a Dicksaurus Rex, then, like, he would have undisowned them as soon as, like, they were brought into the picture. But no, there's other stuff going on. There's legitimate philosophical differences, but there's also sincere pride, I believe. Going underground. Hester. By decree of the Forum, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn are permitted to enter their central circuit. Let's proceed. Trial. We might finally have the chance to commune directly with Hydaelyn, provided we... Yeah, wouldn't that be something? Something that none of us have... It's weird, because I was just, like, chatting with her like old pals. We were hanging out, and now it's like we might commune with God herself, and... Yeah. We might finally have the... Okay, provided we have managed to succeed where Sharlayan's finest engineers have failed. Still, won't hurt to have a look. Oh, this is cool. Oh, whoop. Yep. Alphino. This is it, the central circuit. Graha. The sooner we can get to look at this ether burner of theirs, the sooner we can start working on how to improve it. Alisaie. Please tell me we're almost there, or is there another underground level we have to reach? The even more central circuit, perhaps. Alisaie, I love you. Y'shtola. I imagine the secrets kept here would be of great benefit to mine own research, but I will refrain from indulging my curiosity for the time being. Yeah, I have a feeling like if we survive this and the world doesn't end, you might have to set up shop here. I think you'd love it here. Maybe bring Runar over here and work together. Thancred. I really love that pairing. I love Y'shtola and Runar. He's such a sweetie, and compared to, like, her salt, he's such sweet to her salt. Thancred. The farther down we travel, the more expansive the sky above becomes, artificial though it is. I guess that gets farther and farther. Would that the heavens elsewhere could be so idyllic. Estinian. I have no idea what makes Alphino so confident we can solve this problem of theirs. Relentless optimism, I presume. A not unwelcome trait in a youth, but less so in a gambler. Aye, let us resolve never to let him set foot in the gold saucer. I guess. I have a feeling that if he went to the gold saucer, he'd clean up. He would, like, I don't know. I don't know. It's not really a calculation skill that he has. Eorzea. I guess he doesn't need what do you need to succeed at the gold saucer games? I guess it's not really about the diplomacy and craftiness, really, so never mind. No, he'd probably kick ass at triple triad, I'll bet. Eorzea. The temperate environment here is not unlike that of Bestway's burrow, although the diverse vegetation doth produce a far more complex bouquet of aromas. A welcome difference indeed, for I have grown weary of the scent of carrots. Yeah, it sounds like that was pretty traumatic for you. Fourchenault. The ether burner is being constructed not far from here. Overseeing the work is Kokkol, after whom the forge is named. Kokkol's Forge, wasn't that from Final Fantasy I? Wasn't Kokkol the name of the dwarf in Final Fantasy I, like the dwarven smith? Once the necessary introductions have been made, I shall leave you with him to discuss the particulars. This way. I feel almost... I don't remember the details of what we were doing there, of why we were going to see Kokkol in Final Fantasy I, but I feel almost certain that... Was it that, or was it Final Fantasy IV? It was Kokkol the dwarf that made Excalibur. I think maybe that's right. Ooh, Fate. Yeah, we got a Fate here. Incident files elemental attraction. The energies of an elemental reactor appear to have caught the attention of a batch of experimental arcane creations. With disaster in the offing, the time has come to bring an end to this study in living crystals. Living crystals? Oh, that's pretty sweet. Oh, I should probably bring up, get Pigeon out. Gilly, that should do it. Who's Gilly? But I should like to check on the other reactors. Where's Gilly? I don't see a... Oh, there. Anyone willing to assist? Come with me. Oh. This is the Oh, right, of course, it's one of those things with an exclamation point, with a colon next to it. Okay, I'm not willing to... No, I want to just keep moving on. I'll do fates as they come up, but I'm not going to follow that person for a chain right now. So this is incredibly cool. It reminds me a little bit, for anyone who's played Star Wars The Old Republic, there's a prison planet there called Belsavis, which kind of reminds me of this. Just in terms of, like, separate sections in an open area with force fields around them. Scanris. No, I think there's a chance the mechanism won't function at all. We'd best rethink the design from scratch. Yeah, so engineers over here. Cryo. The whole gang is just coming along here. He looks lost in thought, although it seems he's hit something of a stumbling block. Thancred. I'm looking this up. I'm looking this up. FF4 Kokkol. It was Final Fantasy IV. Yes. So Kokkol is the one who made Excalibur. Yes. Yes. Okay. You gave him adamantite and he made Excalibur. I was right. Thancred. Through a closely guarded secret, you can see practically everything from outside, even with the magical barrier surrounding it. Yeah, it's pretty transparent now that you mention it. Eorzea. Surely the Forum hath already petitioned the aid of the Loporrits, given their familiarity with such technologies. Yeah, how are we going to succeed where they fail? But I guess we have a Cid on our side. Alisaie. Is he talking to himself? He may well be. Alpha, no. Perhaps you'd like to break the ice in a little bit. Fourchenault. This is the man we seek. Do try not to startle him. Graha. He hasn't even realized we're here. Or perhaps he has realized, but just doesn't care. Yeah, that could be. I don't think he just doesn't notice us, but maybe. Estinian. I was expecting the Sky Steel manufactory, but instead I find the village smithy. I feel like he's going to be well, the village smithy in a fantasy setting may be as good as you get. Y'shtola. While many of the facilities within the central circuit seem to be visible from the upper levels, the more secretive work must be carried out behind closed doors. Yeah, I don't... This is not, like, the top secret stuff. I'm sure it's... Yeah, I think you're right on that. Kokkol.
I could swap them out. No. Been there, done that. Damn near lost me eyebrows.
I like the voice actor for this.
Think, Kokkol, think! We'd be well on our way to paradise. Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think!
Yes, that does sound rather lovely.
Yeah! I mean, Master Fourchenault, what a pleasant surprise. We're not blasting off already, are we?
We're not ready.
The schedule remains unchanged, for better or worse.
He's so
Which
grumpy.
is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the ether burner conundrum.
I hope Kokkol won't be insulted.
Huh. Not seen you lot down here before.
There are archons among their number, but engineering is not their expertise. Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface, by whatever means you see fit.
Are you telling him to, like, punt us up?
I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the ether burner.
Aye, aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace.
I honestly do think that talking to other people about the problem helps a lot. Like, just the way you have to frame it can sometimes kick things into the new gear.
As the name ought to tell you, the ether burner burns ether, ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding.
I mean, that's kind of a terrifying way to put it.
Even out in that black void where the ether's right sparse, it's strong enough to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb.
As long as that's the case.
But it ain't perfect.
It's not efficient
According
enough.
to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the Forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient.
Are those tears in his eyes?
A measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
Yeah, I would not say to an engineer, what, 6%? That sounds easy.
Hast thou consulted with the Loperites?
Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer. The moon's propulsion systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are commensurately massive.
Yeah, they wouldn't work on the Ark.
It is no easy feat to convert their technology into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say, and as I most certainly do not.
You must be so constantly annoyed with the Loperites.
Yes, exactly! Damn it all, I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology! You're trying to drive me mad!
You're looking for, of course. That was, again, Final Fantasy IV, you had to get adamantite for him to craft Excalibur. And of course you need it here for the ether burn.
Do you speak of Allagan refined adamantite, perchance?
You know of it?
Only in the most general terms, I'm afraid. 'Twas an alloy of Allagan make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded. As I recall, the record stated it was vital to Dalamud's construction and launch.
Huh.
Aye, that's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some ends like blowing up a dam and watching the river of ether come rushing through.
Okay, so I was thinking we were going to bring Sid into this for, like, an intellectual contribution, but it looks like the contribution is going to be more just like adventuring, more like find the thing and give it to him rather than solve the problem.
Ain't a living
Which I'm
soul
fine
knows
with.
how to make it though. We were fortunate enough to salvage some for the ether burner, just a wee bit, mind, from a chunk of Dalamud that came hurtling into the Northern Empty during the calamity.
And unfortunately, I was watching an article about, or watching a video essay about Harry Potter the other day, and about a number of problems with it. But one of which was that they introduced, and I'm not like a Harry. Please don't. I can't vouch for this enough. I don't remember the books well, but apparently I know at one point they introduced time travel, and then the way that the author got rid of time travel was someone just accidentally knocked over a closet, and like the time travel machine things just were all destroyed. And at least we know that the answer can't be just to go back to Alag or to go back to that time because our main form of time travel burned himself out sending it once.
With more? Well, that extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've no other sources.
Just like that would be because my first thing I thought was, well, can we go back to the past again? But no, that route's closed to us.
Surely the many shards of Dalamud scattered throughout Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantite from them?
Oh, we tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with.
Okay.
Drive calls from Ragnarok class internment hulks. Those are the prize bits we really need.
And it's funny again, just because I keep thinking of this Final Fantasy IV thing, because Excalibur because Excalibur was it was an upgrade. They used adamantite to upgrade Cecil's. I don't remember what his original sword. They updated his like light sword to Excalibur. And eventually, couldn't you upgrade it to Ragnarok somehow? I might be mistaken.
According to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards. And the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up.
Oh, this sounds right up our alley.
It's rough going in there, even for the Queen. Not sure they'd make it out alive.
Weren't we near that part of the Ragnarok when we went to destroy Bahamut?
It was so long ago, I don't remember. The White Raven's ghost, it haunts me. Was that the part that the White Raven fight was at? Sounds like a job. No, the White Raven's ghost, it haunts me.
Heavens, are you all right? You look pale as a... Well...
Yeah, I did not do that fight synced, but for the people who did it synced, holy crap, that looked like it was a real experience.
Best put that battle from your mind for now. Deep breaths. That's it.
Even doing it unsynced with friends was like a real challenge. Like we did it like over level, I think at like level 60 or 70. I don't remember what level we were at, but we were like 10 or 15 levels over, and it was still brutal. And without, like, it wasn't a full party, but it was still brutal.
There are multiple internment hulks in Eorzea alone, so handling this ourselves may not be the most efficient option. Rather, if we could salvage adamantite from the shards simultaneously...
Like, I'm just Jesse from Breaking Bad, like, yelling, magnets! Yeah, like, are we just going to get a giant magnet and just...
Is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
Of course. The floor is yours.
You're going to talk to the Garleans?
What's all this?
Gathering firewood, so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others, we may yet build a bonfire to carry us heavensward.
That theme music coming in. Also, this is, there's the who are you? Where Alphino and his where artist Alphino and his assistant at this point.
The Scions have need of you.
Yeah, I guess we'll get some, and they'll get some, and...
I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
Thank you, Lucia.
My sisters are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the 12-foot expedition myself.
Alright, good. This is still kind of weird. He looks a little bit like the kid from Problem
Are you
Child,
aware of
Arun
any other
Senna.
sources of refined adamantite?
Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct or collect surpassing amounts of ether.
By the way, that line about didn't we see the Ragnarok when we went to fight Bahamut? That must have only been in there because I actually did that thing. I imagine that was not a dialogue option if you haven't done the Coils of Bahamut.
Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists or enthusiasts.
I wonder if we can talk to the Sons of St. Koinek.
Artifacts of Allagan design? The Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all. Are there other ways we may offer aid? No shards of the Lesser Moon scar our soil, but our stake in this cause is no less for it.
Good to hear from you, Serena.
Is there anything in Othard that might be of use to you?
What did you say? Oh, you got friends in far places, lad.
Yeah, we do.
Any road, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to one of those Far Eastern sacred relics.
I'm trying to think what he's talking about. He's talking about one of the things that was used to summon Susano, like that sort of thing.
Some of them can hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal.
Yeah, that sounds like it.
A source like that with the ether burner. And 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
Oh my god, Susano with the Loporits. That would be a pairing.
I gather you heard his explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic?
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship. I am glad for the work, in truth. Better to busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold.
I agree.
Then why are we all still standing about yapping? There's plunder for the taking. And I'm a born plunderer.
Thank you, Sickard.
I'll be an old Sharlayan before you know it. Start mixing the grog.
Okay.
I'm certain that can be arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful.
I mean, he basically just threatened to rob us.
Just like that.
Aye, just like that. Our refined adamantite is on its way.
So we don't even need to go into...
Now
this
let
wasn't...
us consider our next steps, shall we? There's yet much to be done.
I was expecting this to be a scientific challenge at first, and then it became an adventuring challenge, and it was a diplomatic challenge. Again, that small nod of approval. I saw that. I'm still not done being mad at him for, disowning his kids without explanation, but I don't know. I appreciate that Alphino's being understanding. Alphino. There are no oaths or contracts binding the members of the Ilsabard contingent, and in many ways it would be even more loose than the Crystal Braves. Nevertheless, none would refuse to call to arms. Truly, we have been blessed with trustworthy and dependable allies. He's like side-eyeing all the Crystal Braves in his mind. Unlike some, Kokkol. Appreciate you doing all help. My best. Alisaie. Though Bahamut, the internals are far from safe. They fight their way past Mericidian Dragon. The Elder Primal might be some. Even so, I dare say there are still a fair few Allagan creations and contraptions remaining to bar our friend's way. I only hope that Grandfather watches over them. Yeah, they got this. We have to trust in them. Alphino. There are no... Oh, we talked. Thancred. First the Tulaferoi and now the final days. No one could accuse the Ilsebard contingent of backing down from a challenge. Of course, they weren't all so committed to the cause when we first set out, but after seeing the example set by you, Alphinaud, and the others, the changes were palpable. They couldn't help but believe. Urianger, what serendipitous irony that... Since the presence of a powerful mark, okay. Serendipitous irony remains that the remnants of the Seventh Umbral Calamity would become keys to mankind's salvation. Never more certain have I been that Master Louis Swall watcheth over us, from the ethereal sea. Yeah, we're coming up, everything's coming up Scions right now. Time and again it seems the elegant something or other are either the cause or the solution of our problems. It really does. It's not like the age before the elegant or the age after. It really seems like the elegant stuff. To think the self-same materials that once launched Dalamud will now be used to help ferry mankind to the moon. There's a poetry in that. There is. Astinian. Considering how much of a fuss he made at the time, I don't see why he takes every opportunity to bring it up. It was just firewood. What? Considering how much of a fuss he made at the time, why does he take every opportunity to why he takes every opportunity to bring it up? I have no idea. I have zero clue what this is talking about. I'm sure it was about something I just read. It's must have slipped my mind. Stola. I'm confident that even the deadliest of Allagan defense mechanisms are no match for our allies. At this rate, some of them might soon have as many accomplishments to their names as a certain warrior of light. I wouldn't mind stepping down. Like, if you're going to help take the slack, I would be okay with that. Kryl. It's times like these that we're reminded of how famous or infamous Alphinaud has become. Who'd have thought he could achieve so much with a single link pearl conversation? As we're expecting rather a lot of visitors in the near future, I'd best return to the surface and inform the relevant parties. I also have a contact of my own that might be worth a try. Is it going to be someone on the Isle of Val? Alphinaud? Oh, who might that be? Or is it Matoya? Kryl. That's for me to know and you to find out. And on that note, I leave matters here in your capable hands. Best of luck. I get that this is for dramatic effect, but boy, I don't think when the world is on the line that you want to leave a lot of like surprises for the fun of it. What if it turns out that the Alphinaud could be like, oh yeah, I talked to her the other day, I forgot to mention, and she can't help. Meanwhile in Ul'dah, really? What's happening in Ul'dah? So you got the Sultana, who has still not turned it into a republic.
Our course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Dalamud and procure arcane relics of Allagan make. Summon the best and brightest of our immortal flames and form an expeditionary party at once. Call upon the Sultan Sworn and Brass Blades for support as you must.
Hell yeah.
Papashan, send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any hope of identifying and recovering these elusive materials. Viergeist, we have need of your stone torches.
There's the miners, I think?
They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins and to help secure the surrounding areas. I trust I can count on your support.
As commander of the Stone Torches, my son Zimberg will personally see it done.
I could be mistaken. I thought I remembered that from the... I thought that was the name of the Miners Guild, but that was years and years... That was years ago I did the miner quests. I don't remember who these are.
Pippin, I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest, and with Tizona's blade clear the way.
Is Tizona's blade a gift from his father?
Lord Lolorito, I
Go fuck yourself.
Take charge of the search for Allagan relics. Surely you know of some being traded on open or clandestine markets, or sleeping in collectors' vaults.
Yeah, he has proved himself useful despite the events at the end of ARR.
I ask not that you do this out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it.
Oh, she's become craftier with him. She knows what motivates him.
If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, Uldar's best efforts may be for naught.
Oh, hell yeah.
And yet, when we Eorzeans rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple truth? That which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together.
All hail the Sultana.
It was the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions who call upon us now. Uldar will answer that call. We will summon our courage and join the fight for our world's future.
I wonder if we're going to get to see this for the other cities.
You know your duties. I, Nanamo Ul Namo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and Godspeed.
I'm just saying, she's got to at some point take the action to turn it into a republic. She can do it. I believe in her. Don't get me wrong, Kakushu is a loyal servant of the Sultana through and through, but, you know, I liked where the story was going in the end of A Realm Reborn, and for all the praise Heavensward gets, meanwhile in Black Shroud, for all the praise Heavensward gets, I really didn't like how they undid a lot of those threads that were developing. So we got Team Bar, not the Archer team over here. All the different threads coming together. Friggin' problem child over here. That image is going to be stuck in my head. Sorry.
We fielded a goodly number, but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalamud's defenses. Still, it has ever been thus with Gridania. We must steel ourselves for a protracted engagement.
I mean, you got the Dragoons here, don't you? Or the Lancers? Oh, and you got those of the East.
In that case, might I suggest taking us along?
Wait, is this Lise? Yeah! Punch, punch. The Alamegans.
Hext, what are you doing here?
None of the shards in Girabania are big enough to hold an internment hulk.
Hey, is that Nago? I think it is.
So we said to ourselves, why not lend our neighbors a hand? We thought you might be short on people with a talent for breaking things.
I forgot the geography of this place. They really are next to each other, and Barelsar's wall is no longer an issue.
While it pains me to admit it, you are right. Our deficiency so plain to see.
Yes. Nod.
It might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the Scions assigned to the Shroud.
Oh. I don't know that I knew that. I haven't played any alts in the Shroud or anywhere else really.
I know this forest well. I know your people. And I know we will be stronger if we fight this fight together.
Then I will impose upon you with a clear conscience. Come, let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
I won't let it all be for nothing. I promise you, Papalymo.
Just perfect. It really is. Meanwhile in Kurthus, they give such respect to the journeys each of these characters have been on. Lise gets a lot of shit from people, and I don't quite get it.
We've no time to waste, brother. Everyone has already...
Of course they had to do this. Of course they did. It's... Yeah, you gotta move. But... Wait. Are the dragons coming to help, or is this the final days coming? No, it's...
a roar! A dragon's roar!
Oh, we got help from above. Yeah, this is very Avengers Assemble. This is so cool to see. This is just fantastic. Meanwhile, in the Ruby Sea. Hancock. I've forgotten about Hancock.
In summation, the Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honourable Lord Lolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid.
I've learned since that the Confederacy is meant to more reference like a particular historical confederacy, like a naval confederacy of like Korea and I don't remember where else.
Hancock? What a surprise this is.
Wait, Soraban, aren't you busy training to be like the turtle god?
At that.
I forgot how that ended.
I have a favor to ask, you see.
Okay. Oh, yeah. You were training to be the turtle god. Because you'd taken on the, Wait, what's your favor? But that's all the time I have for now. So, bye. That was so cool. That was super cool. And, yeah, so next time we will continue with the side quests. And, well, I assume there's going to be side quests. But we'll continue with this main quest and see where it takes us. Thanks for watching. See you later. Wait. Speaking of snakies, who is that? Caduceus. I don't know what that's from. Caduceus is adorable. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.